the NBA. The high-scoring, hyper-athletic swingman J.R. Smith and the Denver Nuggets go up against the New Orleans Hornets and their mighty superstar, Chris Paul. Nuggets.
He is unquestionably one of the league's top assist men, Chris Paul, as he arrived earlier tonight. Welcome to New Orleans, everyone, as the Hornets get ready to defend home court in the Western Conference. 2K Sports and the NBA welcomes you to our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg. We'll take a look at the Nuggets. They're hoping they can carry over some of that momentum from their undefeated homestand.
Kevin, this is the first game of a really short road trip for them. We'll see how this first one goes.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Melo and Kmart at the forward slots. Chauncey Billups and J.R. Smith are the backcourt tandem. And Nene. And for the Hornets, Chris Paul and Marcus Thornton are in the backcourt. Weston Okafor, the big bodies down low. And Ariza. Here's Nene. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Monty Williams. He thinks the biggest battle for them is simply finding the space to operate effectively on offense. He said this is a team that plays so tight defensively that you can feel like you don't have room to breathe. The only way to exploit that is with motion off the ball and efficient passing. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris.
It's really a mindset, Kevin. You want to get into your defensive groove and find a way to stay there for the full game.
This two-point guard attack, Clark, this Lawson-Billups tandem, reminiscent of some of the halfback tandems we sometimes see in the NFL.
You know what? A lot of teams in the NFL are going with multiple running backs, and I think you'll see more of that in basketball too, Kevin, where you have multiple point guards that can give you different looks. And Billups, strong, hard-nosed, tough, aggressive, makes big shots, and a tremendous leader. Lawson is more like your compact scat back. A guy who can make things happen even though he's not big.
Great description. And the basket by Thornton. Here is Billups. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah. Smith right side, and he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
When he goes up, sometimes you think he might never come down.
Well, won't be the last time we see one of those slams from him. And here's New Orleans now, and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
One of several shots they'll get. 2 more scheduled meetings between these two teams.
Ariza backs in. Rebound by Smith. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
One of the things that stood out to me and that I really liked in their game was the effort on defense. They did a nice job covering shooters, rotating to guys with the ball. They contained them when they had to, got some big stops, and then they limited the outside shooting game.
Kept alive. A second chance effort. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
It's a well-used foul there to prevent the easy layup, Kevin.
The first one falls. Fresh set of games here. They'd like to go up 1-0 and make a statement.
Starting off the series with the win, the pressure's on the other team next time you meet. It's a good position to be in when you can get that first one.
Clark, they say Emeka Okafor is a fanatical guy about his stretching. Does it morning, before games, all the time. He always wants to be loose.
Boy, the more time you spend in the NBA, Kevin, the more emphasis you put on taking care of your body, and stretching is a big part of that. Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
Here's Paul, hoping to put that miserable performance against Milwaukee behind him tonight. Here's Ariza. Ariza with another miss.
With that, they find themselves missing on 4 of their first 5 shot attempts. That's not a good start. Actually, it's a bad start for them.
Billups passes to Martin. Pass to Anthony. He's guarded by Thornton. Fades away. Scooped up. Martin. And a great second effort right there. Martin's got his first points of the night.
You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
Ariza, a screen on Smith. Here's Thornton. No good. Now Denver takes it the other way.
He tried to add a little flavor to that one. Maybe was thinking about the highlight reel, but then he missed the shot.
Martin kicks to Anthony. Nets it from the wing. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night. The Hornets trail by 4. Paul outside. Fires from 14, and the Hornets miss again.
Really not enough defensive pressure there to force that miss. He's got to be disappointed.
Phillips passes to Nene. Pass to Smith. Phillips up top. Shoots the three. David West grabs the miss.
Boy, he had a good look. I think everyone here was a bit shocked to see that one not fall through. Uh-oh. A little bit of a statement made there while he hung on the rim.
That's one way to make sure the whole building knows exactly what you just did. Kicks to Anthony. Smith outside. Baseline jumper, and it's Martin missing. Here comes Chris Paul. Not on the scoreboard yet. It's taken away by Smith. Outside Anthony. He's guarded by Thornton. And that one's good, Anthony.
This guy's really providing a lot of offense for him right now.
The Hornets trail by 4. And here's Thornton. The three ball. Scooped up. Okafor. It's blocked, but they recover it. Here's West. Yet another miss. And here is Billups. Here's Anthony. The shot is off. The Hornets go the other way with the ball. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
They really struggled to make shots. And sometimes you can get away with that as long as you're getting good shots. But if you're taking a bunch of bad shots, you have no chance to convert.
Okafor gets the bucket.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
Outside Billups. Martin inside. Defended by West. Came close to getting the three-point play, but instead he'll go to the line to shoot two. After making a return from microfracture surgery and getting back to action, Kenyon Martin struggled with that knee once again last season, Clark.
Yeah, you know, he partially tore his left patella tendon late in the season. Platelet-rich plasma therapy was used to try to get him back in time for the playoffs, but you could tell he wasn't 100%.
Paul passes to West. From deep, Thornton. Good. He's got 5.
Kevin, you can't rest or blink at all on him. He's a dangerous scorer, and you have to know where he is at all times.
Here's Nene. Smith dishes to Martin. Stripped away.
He got too casual with the ball there, and it led to a steal.
And good with the shot. And the whistle blows for the contact and a chance for one more. Aaron Aflalo. He's checked in for Denver. And he makes the free throw. Marcus Thornton is out of LSU. Impressive, Clark, in his rookie season, especially for a second-round pick.
Well, I was surprised he wasn't gone sometime in the first round, Kevin. I watched him in college. He can get his own shot. He's aggressive. He can shoot the three. He can drive it. He can pull up for the mid-range game. I mean, he's a terrific offensive player, and we saw all of that on display last year, especially when Chris Paul was out with the injury.
New Orleans in the lead. Now Paul. Dumps it off. And he dunks that one through.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Take a look at Nene. So solid around the basket, currently 3rd in the league.
Well, I tell you what, this guy probably did not want the season to come to an end the way he was shooting the ball. He wanted to keep going.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the score by New Orleans. Shoots it, and it's Martin that time on the assist by Billups. Martin's got 5.
Had to raise my eyebrow on that one a little bit, but it counts all the same.
Hornets were a 500 team against the West a season ago.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good indication of their slide out of the Western Conference playoffs. The year before, when they were the 7th seed, they won 30 games in the conference.
Shot's good from West.
The defender was right in his face, but he used that to his advantage. That's an NBA move.
Phillips kicks to Nene. The three from Anthony. The shot, no good. The Hornets go the other way with the ball. So going back to the Hornets' decline in the West last year, Clark, what do you think triggered it? Was it West catching up, or was it the injuries? What can you put your finger on?
I think it was particularly the injury to Chris Paul. But they also needed some more help in a number of spots with their personnel, and that's why it didn't happen for them.
Here's Billups after David West's bucket. Outside, Billups. Tipped. Nene against Okafor. Kept alive. Another shot. A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line. And the first one drops. Clark, this Nuggets team has been called combustible in the past, but now they can be called a powerhouse team with room to get better.
Yeah, and I think it starts with Carmelo, Kevin. I think when he stepped his level of play up and his leadership and his commitment to defense as well, that helped the Nuggets.
I like your mention of his defense. You're right, it is improved.
Yep.
And the Hornets making a change here. Let's swing it over to Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, Aaron Aflalo came to the Denver Nuggets with a reputation as a hard worker. He was signed by the Nuggets at the suggestion of Chauncey Billups, who had familiarity with him because of their playing days together in Detroit. Billups said, "I was confident that he'd be able to play for us. I told him and told everybody that once he got situated, he would make a name for himself." Guys, he did just that, enjoying his best season yet.
Aflalo, a hard worker, Doris. Nice to see him make an impact. Ball against Martin. Here's Bellinelli. Scooped up. Ariza passes to West. They shoot again. Takes it up. Rebounded. Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got his second basket of the night.
Effortless, soft layup. Nice play.
Now Aflalo. The three from Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
West passes to Bellinelli. Off target for three. The Nuggets trail by 5. To the paint. Anthony with authority.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here's Paul. No points for him. A quick shot. Ariza with another miss.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look.
Here's Aflalo. Jacks up the triple. Paul grabs the board.
A rare miss on that one bailed out the defense. He'll usually make you pay for soft serve defense like that.
And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Nuggets now on offense. It's a 3-point game. Here's Martin, and he drops it in on the layup. Martin's got his third basket of the night right there. It's Ariza on the wing. Picked up by Nene, and he flushes it down with one hand.
Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
Here's Billups. 1:49 left in the first. Now Aflalo. It's tipped. Here's Nene. It's dumped off. Aflalo. Ariza covering. Aflalo. That's good. Here's Paul. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Paul, looking for his first bucket of the game. He's guarded by Billups.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
Here is Billups, trailing by 2. Here is Balkan. Back to Billups. Now Balkan. Here's Martin. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
There's another example, Kevin, of how they're hustling to all the missed shots to get an edge in the rebounding area.
Bellinelli for 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And the Hornets lead by 5. Here's Billups. Outside Martin. Smith left side. Takes a 3. The shot is off. The Hornets go the other way with the ball. 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball outside. Kept alive. Down low. Rackins. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
Billups inside the... What a buzzer beater!
That's simply a big-time shot right there, Kevin. To have that amount of concentration with the clock winding down is something special. A lot of players don't have that.
And some great offensive action to get this one underway in the first. Hornets ahead. They lead by 5.
They've been crashing the offensive glass, and they've got a lot of second-chance buckets. If you don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
The NBA here on 2K Sports.